Hey, what's up you guys? This is MCLegoboy here with the first series of mini sets from 2003. So, I don't know, recently I've been rebuilding a bunch of sets using Puron to make sure I've got all the pieces to kind of make a list of pieces that I may need to replace because they've ended up cracking or they are missing. So, just trying to keep my my collection as good as it can be. So anyway, so I kind of decided to make a review of these guys. So if you've seen my Planet Sets reviews, it's going to be similar to that. I'm going to take like a short amount of time for each individual set, and then in the end we'll do a final little critique. But I don't know, I would think maybe 3 minutes on each one. There's 4 of them. That'd make about a 12-minute review for 4 sets. That's pretty good. So anyway, who knows? We'll see how it goes, because I always take just like one shot and get on with it. Anyway, let's go over the first set. Alright, so here we are with the first set, 4484, XWing Fighter and TIE Advanced, or it's TIE Advanced and XWing Fighter. I don't know, I'll put words down right there. Oh jeez, I'm smacking you guys in the face now. Sorry. So anyway, back in 2003, we had some mini sets that came out, and the very first 4 had 2 ships in each, and so you could kind of have a little battle scene going on. Oh my, I've knocked stuff on the ground. Clumsy me. There we go. So anyway, so you could end up having a little miniature space battle. This is technically supposed to be Darth Vader's ship, and I guess you can think of this as being I have built it wrong. You could think of this as being Luke's X-Wing. Wow. Here we go. Much better. So, yeah. Anyway, kind of cool. Came with 4 printed pieces for the wings, which was very nice. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus in on this stuff, because, got a little R2-D2 thing, nice windscreen pieces, some nice Technic pieces in white, and then some lightsaber rods in white. So very good model, especially for something this small. I think it's pretty accurate, and not saying that the one that came out in the Planet set was bad, but it's definitely a little different. I mean, it is a little larger, but I think this one's got a lot more detail and a little more fun. Anyway, and then we also have the TIE Fighter. Very interesting design. I liked how they have the wing attached in there with a little peg that you guys can't ever really see, and it just kind of hooks in there like so. So yeah, also got a nice little blue piece back there for engine. Got a windscreen, and also came with some extra pieces to make a wing of some sort for another ship. And so we'll put this off to the side and we'll keep it for later. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. So here we are with 4485, Anakin's Podracer and Sebulba's Podracer, Sebulba's Podracer and Anakin's Podracer. I mean, names down there. So anyway, this was one of the coolest ones, and perhaps like the best out of the bunch, and I think it's because Podracers are just kind of cool. But, just like some great use of pieces right here. These, I'm not quite sure what these are called, but while it may be just one wrong too many for a mini model. I think it still looks amazing. Like, just all the detail that they were able to get into this. And then these things are kind of supposed to be your wires to connect stuff, but you know, you're making a mini model. If you would have little string pieces, probably wouldn't look that bad, but you know. Anyway, that's supposed to be Anakin's helmet, and you know, just really nice clear pieces, and an orange transparent lightsaber blade, and I don't think they've ever come out with any more like that. Of course, this was back before Lego actually made the transparent pink you were supposed to have for Podracers. But anyway, Sebulba's looks great. Nice big engines. So, and orange minifigure heads, that's cool. And quite a few quadruple Erling bricks. Got Sebulba up in there, and what I usually like to do with this one is I hook the two together on the side like that, and then I kind of move things in so that it kind of looks like that ending of the pod race where Anakin and Sebulba are stuck together because Sebulba was trying to cheat. So, and also we got another wing of some sort, so we'll also be putting this off the side for later. And now we move on to the next one. Alright, the next one is 4486 ATST and Snowspeeder. I'm pretty sure that one's right. But anyway, the two things you get are an ATST and a Snowspeeder. So, the first thing you build is the Snowspeeder, and it's really cool. I really enjoy the use of pieces in here. Just the way that they were able to make this little mini model. Also get another printed piece, which is awesome. And you actually get an extra of that. Although I don't really know where the extra piece is. And unfortunately, my orange clips have broken a little bit. But just kind of give you an idea how this thing's built. It's very cool. And then you've got the ATST, and it actually looks, well, the new one is pretty much the same size as this one. Feet are different, you know, there are minor differences, but, you know, this is also printed. Uses a lot of nice snot work in there, so. And I actually just noticed that the new one that came out had these two pieces on the other side. This is the right way to do it, so. And also, you got some nice posable feet, and you're able to get it in a walking position that kind of looks like that, so. But if you're wondering why these two are together, if you paid attention to some very, very quick shots that are in the Hoth battle, you can see these ATSTs walking across the snow. So the ATST was originally seen in Empire Strike Back, but then it moved to a starring position in Return of the Jedi. And also our mini model this time is a pod with a axle. So, kind of a bit different. At least it's not a wing. So, you know, kind of cool. So, we'll move on to the next one. We are blurry. There we go. So, the next one is 4487 Jedi Starfighter and Slave 1. The only episode 2 set, so we kind of had an episode 1 with the pod racers, episodes 4 with the TIE Fighter and X-Wing, episode 5 with the ATST and Snowspeeder, and the final one is episode 2. And that fits accordingly, seeing as episode 3 had not come out yet, so. Anyway, the first thing you build is this awesome little Starfighter, and although the Podracers are cool, this is probably my favorite ship out of all of these. I remember back whenever I first got this set, it used to sit in the car, and so like any time that I'd be driven to school, I'd get this set out specifically and start playing with it, and I'd pretend that like Jango Fett had blown this ship up. I was able to rebuild this. I could rebuild it right now, but I really don't want to spend the time trying to do that. But, I mean, without even using the instructions, it was a great little model. It really is. It's fantastic. So, and also, these printed pieces, especially this one, comes up in builds all the time. I've seen this in a mosaic that people have made. Now, I mean, these sets, I think they were like $5 or something whenever they first came out. And rightfully so. I mean, there's not a lot of pieces in sets like these. But I guess a lot of people bought this one specifically for this piece. But I've seen people use it in mosaics where it's all tiles and all printed tiles. And so I've seen it used on a Darth Maul mosaic. It's very unique. So anyway, and the other ship, you don't actually get these clear pieces, but the other one is the slave one as it was seen in episode 2. And just, you know, more great use of pieces. I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually use this bottom piece before, but, you know, very cool. And what was kind of cool about this set is that it actually functioned, and you could have it be in a landing mode, and you could move these things down. Now, they shouldn't really be as easy to move as I'm able to move them, but, you know, I played with this set a lot, so it's obviously my favorite. I don't know, I guess it was just there was something about episode 2 to where any time that there was an action sequence, it was the best part of the whole movie. So anyway, and our little bonus build is another pod, but without an axle. And I've now dropped it and thrown it on the ground on this poor little Starfighter. So anyway, we'll move on to the next one. So we've been given these 4 sections of some sort of ship. And so what you were supposed to do, like the actual instructions would give you the way to actually build this, and then it would tell you to take each section and make it into something. And so we'll pretty much do that right now. Although I might be doing it wrong. That might be flipped up somewhere. Nope, I'm doing it right. Let me take that piece off. Do that. Hook it back on. And voila, you've got a mini TIE bomber. And that is pretty cool. Especially with these printed pieces on there. And the way that they use the these magnet pieces to make sure that each individual section of the TIE bomber stayed in place. So really, you have to get all 4 of these. Now, I'm pretty sure that they're really expensive now. But, you know, you don't see LEGO doing stuff like this much anymore. Where you get a set and you have to buy the others. They do that now with a lot of minifigures. And, like, when it comes to minifigures and being part of a set, it's like, oh, you must complete it because we'll give you these minifigures, but you don't have this one to make the set really complete, because then you can't really reenact anything without this one crucial figure. And so, you know. But this one, you didn't really need to get each individual set, but if you got each individual set, you actually got a little prize for it. So, really cool. So, definitely, I would say, if they're not too outrageously priced. Now, I mean, each one, for all I know, they could be like $20 now in the box. And the box was also like super cool. I unfortunately don't have any. Because, you know, this was back in 2003 whenever I was a stupid kid. But, you know, you get sets 4, 4, 8, 4, 8, 5, 8, 6, and 8, 7. And you get a little bonus model. So, it's very cool. So, anyway, I'll be reviewing the other mini models. The only other one that I don't have, though, is this promotional mini model. Or really, like, any of the promotional mini models that still counted as being the mini models, if that makes any sense to you guys. So I don't have like Boba Fett's Slave One because that was a promotional thing. I don't have just an X-Wing by itself. I don't have one of the TIE fighters. But anyway, I'm going on about stuff that really isn't all that important. So anyway, this has been MC Legoboy. See you guys.